Hello, this is Melanie. Well, I'm putting together a little course on discovering our senses. Just a little bit about me. I'm a holistic therapist and I've delivered courses at Sunderland Recovery College for nearly 4 years now. So this short different videos on our senses, discovering our senses. In a way, it's like rediscovering our senses, becoming aware of that awakening within ourselves again. So being aware of our senses helps us with connecting and also taking notice. So being aware of our senses helps us to connect with ourselves and that inner part of us, to reawaken something within ourselves. We become more self-aware, which is always a good thing. Connecting with others, how we relate to them, and connecting with the outer world, that's like nature. And that comes into the second thing I mentioned: one, connect; two, notice. That by noticing things in nature, appreciating and connecting with nature, we often find our peace, calm, a sense of relaxation, and it also cultivates joyfulness. There's a lot of nice things, joyful things in nature as well, so it's nice to reawaken that side of ourselves too. So our senses are that of, as we will all know, sight, sound, smell, taste and touch. So the first video is going to be all on sight. The second video all on sound. The third video is combination of smell, touch and taste. And then the fourth video is going to be the kinesthetic sense. So you might not have heard about that one. So that might give you something to think about as well. So being more attentive to our senses helps us to be more present, helps us to live more in the present moment by stepping back, taking a little bit of notice and rediscovering our senses. So it helps us in the moment, and it therefore gives us a more richer life, a more richer quality of life. So awareness of our senses also gives us a richness from moment to moment, just by stopping and taking note of things, or rediscovering things, because sometimes we get bogged down, and if we have our mental health issues, then that's another thing which we get kind of locked into ourselves, and it's nice to rediscover the simple joys in living and the nice things to appreciate and bring the positives back in. So by taking note of things that we see, hear, smell, touch and taste, we see things sometimes in a different way, or we rediscover things that we've lost, if that makes sense. So by living in this moment to moment awareness, that also helps with mindfulness, to take a bit of time out just to appreciate and live as life is happening now, rather than thinking too much about the past or the future. It's nice to just have those moments just to be still and appreciate what's going on around us, what we can see and hear, etc. So I've sort of already mentioned about nature, but being out in the natural world brings a great opportunity to explore our senses. Even just walking, you can notice a lot as you're walking around. Often I have my face on the ground, and then sometimes I've got to think, oh, let's look up a bit. And I notice a flower, I notice a hedge, and I think, oh, yeah, I would have missed that if I kept my feet on my face on the ground. But it's how people walk. Sometimes you can't really help it, but it is nice to sometimes look up and appreciate and see what's going on around you. Or hear. If you're down by the sea, I often think that's a nice place to just close the eyes and hear the waves, and that's nice as well. So also seeing the world through fresh eyes, almost like those of children, can be a good way to do this, to find that connection with our senses, seeing it through the eyes of a child, because the child wants to explore and wants to take part in life, and we could learn quite a bit from that. So this can lead to seeing it through fresh eyes, through their eyes, can lead to a sense of aliveness, of sensing things in a new and more enriching way. So that's a little introduction. I hope you'll click on to the other ones, and that you might pick up some tips or enjoy learning about it, and that. A beautiful way to express this and finding our connection with the senses is, that lovely quote, don't forget to stop and smell the roses. It's like I've just mentioned, sometimes we get bogged down by things. Don't forget to just take that time to stop. They say when you feel you haven't got enough time, that's the time when you need to stop, or calm it down, and just that's a lovely quotation to express that. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses and take time out for yourself. Okay, so that's the introduction. So I hope you will follow through the other ones, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, thanks now. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye.